everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the journey, right, guys? So if you're new to the channel, welcome. It's basically has become a personal trading journal, right, guys? I created this channel back in June, kind of for selfish reasons. I've noticed that I felt like I had the skill set to be able to pass the challenge, but unfortunately, maybe I lacked the discipline or the um, what's the word I'm looking for? The accountability, right, to my trading. So by me putting myself out here, regardless if people agree with me or not, it's forcing me to stick to a set of rules that as well as I could, right? Because there was even times where I fucked up, right? But overall, I stuck to my trading plan, my rules, and it's the most consistent I've ever been. And through this journey, we're able to pass the FTMO challenge, right? Within the time frame, not an unlimited challenge, an actually timed FTMO challenge. And we're currently on a phase 2 starting this week. And God willing, we are going to get max allocation, and you're going to see it all happen and unfold on this channel. I'm not doing this to sell courses or any of that stuff. I'm not a guru. I'm not an expert. I'm a regular guy who just enjoys looking at this stuff and feels like he can take some money away from the market, right? Like that's the reason why we're all here is to make some either extra money, change our lives, a little bit of freedom, and that's why I'm here, right? And with the help of you guys, which I really appreciate it, and I appreciate all the love that I've gotten, through this journey, it's really helped. So, with that being said, my strategy, it's not even my strategy. The strategy that I decided to use is super simple. It's basically you're taking price from midnight open, right? New York time to 8:30, marking out the high and low, and then you're just waiting for a sweep of liquidity, a market structure shift, and then either go in on a fair value gap or an optimal trade entry, which is the 61.8 on the fib, and risking 2 to 1. That's it. It's super simple. I do have some losers, but I have back tested this long enough to know that I have been profitable on the 1 minute chart starting, and then I started keeping track of the 5 minute. With that being said, I know that there's some people that have tried back testing the strategy and haven't gotten the same results. So I decided to at least grab. Somebody commented that they did the last 30 days of trading, right, and only received a 39%. So I decided to create this sheet here, which is the last 32 trades, right, from August to July. I marked up trading view charts of what I saw, what I considered the trade, and marked everything out. It's a 59.38% win rate going 2 to 1. So you're risking $1,000 to make $2,000. So overall, if you would have taken these trades, risking $1,000, you would have made $25,000 with that span of time, right? Definitely would have passed any challenge. It's just sticking to the rules, adhering to the rules, and being okay with a week like this, where it's like loss, no trade, loss, and then finally, this day there was a loser and a winner. So, you lost $2,000 at the end of the week, and that happens, and you have to be okay with that happening. And I'm saying that more for myself than anybody else because I'm not okay with that happening, right? I have an issue losing, and that's why I created this channel. But anyways, getting back into Friday. I didn't trade Friday, guys. I passed my second phase 1 on Thursday. I passed, was it Thursday? I believe so. No, yes, Thursday. Wednesday, I passed the phase 2, right? Thursday, we passed the phase 1, so I took a break for the weekend. But I still wanted to go over Friday's trade, mark it up for everybody, and see what we see, right? So here you have price from 12 a.m. to 8:30. I'm just going to cover the high. Cover the low. It's not letting me. And wait for there to be drawn liquidity. Okay. We're currently on the 5 minute candle but we're going to bounce back and forth between, you know, the 5 minute and the 1 minute. So here you have, let's see, right? We took out this liquidity. So at this point, you're looking for this high to be your market structure shift, right? But this was before 8:30, so you're not. And then you end up taking out that liquidity with this one, but it creates equal lows, right? And you're looking for this high to be taken out, which it does, right? Now, on the 5 minute, I wouldn't have taken this trade. Equal lows, even on the 1 minute. Looking at this setup, there's still equal lows. There's not much displacement. If you wanted to run the risk and take the trade, you could have. Looking at the 5 minute close on this candle, you know, it's a risky trade. It's not the best setup, but let's just say for argument's sake that you actually took this setup. So you're like, screw the equal lows, even though you have a feeling that it'll come back there. You're gonna mark it up and you're gonna execute long position on the 61.8, right? And you're gonna target 2 times the risk. So in my strategy, I don't do break evens. I don't move my stops. I try to go either win or lose just because it's more profitable, you know, in the long run for me, right? So we're tagged in, price pushes up, and unfortunately price pushes back down. On this trade, you ended up getting a 1 to 7. 1 to 1.7. Not bad. You know, maybe you could have moved your stops to break even, taken partials. Overall, it's still a loser, you know, unfortunately for my stats, right? And I have it marked up as a loser. So let's see. That's a loser. Playing price forward, we took out liquidity again, right? So let's just delete this or shrink that. So, right? And now you're looking for this high to be broken, which does happen, right? With this candle. Now, sorry guys, the high was broken. Dropping it down to the 1 minute, so we look at the price action. You have displacement and close above, right? Taking your fib out, drawing it to the top, marking up the same thing that you just did. Long position at the 61.8. Covering the lows and targeting 2 times the risk. Playing price forward, you get tagged in. Oh. And eventually full TP. Right? Some back and forth, but eventually full TP. So overall, you had 1 loser and 1 winner. So you would have been up 1% for the day. Even looking at this trade here on the what's it called? On the 1 minute, let's say right here, there's a break of structure. You would have done the same thing, pulled the fib out. It just wouldn't, it's the same numbers, right? These trades on the 5 minute and the 1 minute line up, it's the same numbers. You would have taken a loss regardless if you were holding out to two times risk, right? You would have taken a loss and a winner. So that's pretty much Friday's trades. So this is a strategy that I'm going to go with forward, right? So I don't know, guys. I have utmost belief that the 1 minute is profitable over time, right? In my last video, I showed that I started an FX replay just to kind of, when my grandma passed, just to sit there and reassure to myself and picked 2 months that I haven't traded, which would have been January and February of this year, and traded it, and I was still profitable, sticking to the rules. Now, the reason why I'm looking at the 1 minute more than the 5 minute is because the 1 minute in general, not in general, the 1 minute, my rules are I'm only trading from 8:30 to 11. That's it. I have strict rules on the 1 minute. It's 8:30 to 11 is my entry time. If nothing happens during that time, I don't take a trade. I also have a strict rule of 2 losses in a day. If I take 2 losses in a day, I'm done. Right? I'm done. I'm not trading. Um, if you I'll probably make my other sheet public as well, where it has all the previous data from like April going forward, like when Powell speaks and all that kind of stuff. It just didn't have any of the trading view stuff, and I wanted to focus on these last 30 days just to compare it to help the person who said that they weren't able to get the same win ratio, right? So I just wanted to help somebody out. But overall, that strategy in itself, there's a cutoff at 11 o'clock. The 5 minute, I've noticed that there's plenty of times where it plays out, where the entry comes in after, right? So what I'm gonna do moving forward is on the same sheet, I'm gonna add a tab on the bottom that says NAS 5 minute, and I'm gonna do the same exact thing. We're gonna mark it up the last 30 days, and we're just gonna go over it together. So you guys comment if whatever you guys think, or which strategy you feel is best. For me personally, just because of work and everything else, even though I've noticed more losing weeks maybe with the 1 minute, but overall I do get bigger winning weeks, right, per se. But the 5 minute I have had less um losing trades. My win ratio has been higher. Anyways, I'm just rambling on. But yeah, guys. Thank you for following, right? If you haven't followed, click subscribe, guys. I don't know what it does, but it does something, right? Brings me some more people because every week I see the little count going up. It's super cool. Yeah, I really appreciate everybody commenting. I try to sit there and comment and be involved and talk to everybody. So if I don't get to your comment right away, just give me some time. I will eventually, respond because like I'm doing this for myself, but I also want to do it for you guys as well, right? I feel like there's in this industry there's a lot of um I don't want to say fake, but there's a lot of focus on as far as strategy videos and also their stuff, or focus on the payouts that you might get and also their stuff, but the meat and potatoes of trading, like what somebody goes through on a daily basis, there's not much focus on that. And I know that it would have been great to see somebody going through these same issues, so at least I didn't feel alone, right? Like sometimes I sit here and I'm just like, damn, dude, am I the only one that goes through this shit? But anyways, enough of the rant. I gotta go take care of my son, spend some time with my wife. Appreciate everybody, and have a great night.